What's up, everyone? It's Hey John, and I jabber opportunities nonstop. In today's video, I want to cover AMC and Bitcoin, and I want to explain why AMC is an egregious company, and I want to cover the Bitcoin recovery and where it's going. So let's go ahead and get into it. I want to start the video with AMC, and there is an article on CNBC, and it says how AMC rode the meme stock rally to revitalize its business. While AMC shares price has fallen in 2022, the company has a clear path to return to profitability that wasn't available just a year ago. Bolstered by retail investors in a meme stock frenzy last January, the movie theater chain escaped bankruptcy. These retail investors made it possible for AMC to amass a more than $2 billion war chest. The movie theater's chain next focus is on repaying its debt and lowering interest cost. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been saying this for some time now. Do not invest into AMC because it is a good trade, but it is not an investment. And the reason why is because movie theaters are out of fashion. I can speak for myself when I say I have not been to a movie theater chain in probably about 15 to 20 years now. And I have no intention of returning to one due to the current climate of the pandemic. While things are opening up, you have to understand this pandemic is a virus and it's never going away. We can contain it, we can do vaccines to lower the spread, but it will always be here. A virus cannot be destroyed, it can only be suppressed. So I wanted to go over that first because there's a big difference between bacteria and virus. Bacteria can be eradicated, viruses, not so much. They only become dormant. So that is my science lesson for today. I mean, why would you go to an AMC theater? People bring their kids there, people throw popcorn at you, you have kids screaming, you have people talking. I mean, I get it, it's a huge projector, it's a great experience in terms of the Dolby sound and all that kind of good stuff. But there are also caveats too, like the ones I just mentioned. I myself am a huge fan of Netflix, YouTube TV, Hulu. These are all at the comfort of my home, and if you can afford to get an OLED TV set, I would say your picture quality is way better than what you would get at the theater. Now, the theater does have a few things that you may not have at home, which may be 3D, which may be IMAX, but unless you're going for that experience, I would say the home experience is better, assuming you have a very good TV set. I mean, why wouldn't you invest into a nice TV instead of a one-time experience? I mean, I get it. Sometimes they come out with the newest shows or newest movies and you want to see it first there. That makes sense too. But overall though, it's an archaic model. And how did the CEO of AMC respond and repay its gratitude to its meme stockholders who saved them from, guess what, bankruptcy? At the AMC highs in the stock price, you can see the AMC CEO printing out stocks like J Powell. And you guys were buying it hand over fist. I was telling folks, get out of the trade, take your profits while you still can. I got so much flack for it because everyone was in the GameStop and AMC momentum, and I understand that. And anyone telling you to take profit, you can go take a hike. And that is what the people told me. And I said, that's fine. But just be careful, folks. And now the AMC stock price, as of this recording, is about $17, and it's continuing to go in a downtrend. And how did AMC respond? They also gave you guys free tickets to their movies if you're an AMC stockholder. Wow, fantastic. They were giving you something free for them because guess what? At that point in time, nobody was going to the movie theater anyway. So why not sell you stock price tickets instead of the movie tickets? Hell, someone's gonna buy something, right? All I can say is that I hope people in AMC, you're getting out of it, and I hope you're going to real investments. While I am not against trading AMC, I am totally against investing into that archaic model. I cannot see it lasting. It is like retail. You see the hot fads that come on and then disappear in a few months and a few years. Of course, AMC is hitting more difficulty as of recently due to all of the external factors in the world going on right now. So they have even more headwinds to contend with. Now, I want to go ahead and cover Bitcoin because Bitcoin is doing something phenomenal, and let me show you guys. Okay, folks, we are now looking at the Bitcoin liquidations. What does this mean? This basically means that people get liquidated in terms of their leverage position. Basically, it means you get a margin call. So you can see on January 24th at around 3 o'clock, we're seeing a huge amount of longs being liquidated because we're seeing the price of Bitcoin going too low and they were getting margin calls. And if they could not meet that margin call, then guess what? Their positions got sold and reduced. But shortly after that, the bulls started to come back and we saw a nice short squeeze. As you can see here, we're continuing to see short squeezes since January 24th up to right now as of this recording, and this is the reason why we're seeing Bitcoin continue its rally. Now we are looking at a Bitcoin chart from a weekly perspective. You can see that we had a long-term weekly uptrend line and it's currently broken down below it, and we've broken down below the 48,800 support line, and now we are testing the $35,397 support line. And now we're seeing a short squeeze to push the price up. Now, our first resistance will be at about $40,828. Now, if we can keep on squeezing the shorts, so that means that we could possibly break through the resistance and make it into a support. But currently, as of this recording, we're seeing a lot of headwinds. We're seeing the Fed looking to increase rates and tighten monetary policy. So that will be a huge problem for the tech stocks, because free money and cheap money is going to get a little bit more expensive. So I want to cover the Bitcoin chart and show you why we are continuing to move up. The only question is, can we continue to liquidate these shorts? And the short answer is yes, because we're reaching a long-term support line. We're seeing the Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index increase from 11 to 23. So we're seeing the fear dissipate because we're seeing shorts getting liquidated and they are paying for that beautiful green candlestick that we're seeing on a weekly time frame on Bitcoin chart. However, though, we are seeing some news of the IMF, the International Monetary Fund. They are basically telling El Salvador, hey, cease and desist from accepting Bitcoin as a currency for your country. When I read that, I was like, what is going on? Is the IMF that threatened by BTC where they need to flex their muscles right away to say, hey guys, stop doing it? I mean, holy cow. I mean, there are all kinds of theories running around right now, but in my opinion, I believe it is fear that is driving it because, as you know, the International Monetary Fund is controlled by a group of individuals. And as you know, Bitcoin is independent of all of these groups. They are only driven by one thing and one thing only, the mathematical equation of how often you release Bitcoins in terms of mining. And there's a finite amount being made every single year. So by default, while it may not be deflationary, it definitely is very low in terms of inflation. But the reason why we call this a store of value and deflationary is because people who buy it, like the Michael Saylors, the Teslas, the Elon Musk, the Cathie Woods, when they buy BTC, they put it into a cold wallet and you literally never see it again. So it is as good as burned or deflationary in that sense. So what happens is that, say for example, you have 5 BTC, and you have the Michael Saylors, the Elon Musk, and they buy 2 BTC. That means you're left with 3 BTC left to trade. And what's easier to trade, folks? 3 Bitcoins or 5 Bitcoins to push a price up? You let me know what's a comment down below. But if you don't know, let me go ahead and tell you, folks, it's easier to move 3 to a higher price than to move 5 to a higher price. Just think of it as you carrying big rocks. Can you run faster with 3 rocks or can you run faster with 5 rocks in your back? I would say 3 rocks because you are lighter. Now, that is just a rudimentary example, so don't get mad at me, bro. I'm just trying to give you guys a simple example in case you cannot wrap your head around that concept. Now, speaking of which, get $250 in Bitcoin using my BlockFi link down below in the description. Get $25 in crypto.com. Get 2 free stocks courtesy of WEBULL, link down below in the description. And most importantly, have an awesome day, and I will catch you all on the next one.